Hello and welcome back. So this video is going to be all about project panning, why I project pan and things like that. I thought I would do this now because October is my 4-year anniversary of project panning. I started in October of 2015 and I did it on my own for the first year and then 1 year on Instagram. And then now almost 2 years on YouTube, which is really exciting. So I just kind of thought I would share an update. I will direct you to a few other videos. If you want to see my actual project pans, I have a whole playlist of those, so you can check that out. Also, 1 year ago, I did a video at my 3-year project panning anniversary about my whole experience and journey and kind of how I got into project panning initially. So I won't recap that now fully, but I will link that video. And then earlier this year, I did a video with some of my project pan tips. So I will link all of that in the description box. So let's get into this video. So quickly, I will mention what is project panning. I think everybody, or at least most people know, but it basically is trying to use up makeup products completely or either hit pan or just make progress on them. So in a way, it's kind of what you want it to be. And people project pan different things in the beauty community. Like a lot of people also project pan skincare, nail polish, hair care, perfume. And I do some of that also, though my main focus is makeup. And the reason my main focus is makeup is because this all kind of started 4 years ago when I had a very large makeup collection and I had a different mindset about things because I was trying to savor my makeup. I didn't want to use it up because I was afraid of not having it anymore and having to repurchase and things like that. Now I'm the total opposite because I want to get my money's worth out of my makeup, especially because I have a lot more than I can use, and I definitely know that things will expire because things have expired. Makeup does go bad, and if you have too much of it, just like anything else, it can definitely expire. When I first started 4 years ago, I had really large collections of a lot of like beauty products, like way more perfume than I have now, twice the amount of makeup, 3 to 4 times the amount of skincare I have, 3 to 4 times the amount of nail polish, like all this stuff that I was just like piling up. And I just couldn't take the clutter anymore. And I wanted to use up what I had and make good progress. So I pretty much was able to do that. And now I really don't have an excess of skincare. I don't think I even have that many perfumes. I don't have that many nail polishes anymore. Makeup is really the only thing that I definitely have too much of, but I truly enjoy it. It is my hobby, if you will. So I don't really mind that, but knowing that I have so much of it, and especially lip products is one that I've had expire on me. So because I know that I spent a lot of money on it, I want to get my money's worth and either hit pan or use up as many things as possible. So I will say the reason that I project pan has definitely changed from 4 years ago, because at that time, like I said, I had so much makeup, so many other things like beauty-wise, that it was just like piling up and expiring. And I really wanted to get my numbers down. I had tons of different things. Like I remember that I had 13 foundations and they were like all half used, but I was just kind of going through them all one by one and I was like scared to actually finish one. I know it makes no sense, but that's how my mindset was at the time. So initially, when I started project panning, my main goal was to use up old things and to get my numbers down. And I will say now, I am very happy with my numbers in pretty much everything. I don't have backstocks of skincare or anything like that, like I said, but makeup-wise, I'm actually pretty happy with my numbers. I do a makeup inventory series on my channel where you can kind of hear me tell you the numbers in each category. And I don't know that they are going to really go down much more. And I'm okay with that because I kind of did that a few years ago where I got the numbers down to where I want them to be. And I'm pretty comfortable number-wise where I am with things. And if I get a few more palettes or get 1 or 2 more foundations, it doesn't really bother me because I am controlling my purchasing. I'm not buying a ton of stuff at once. I definitely did that as well in the past. So the fact that I'm finally at least controlling the pace, I'm not doing a no buy or anything, but I'm just controlling how much I'm spending. That has really helped because I don't mind if I get one or two new foundations because I know I'm not spending, $500 a month or something like that on makeup. So that is part of it as well. I don't really know that my numbers will go down. Therefore, I am not trying to project pan to get my collection down anymore. I am trying to project pan just to get my money's worth out of the products that I have. Something different too that I am doing now compared to in the past is I will put something in a project pan even if it's brand new. And before, when I started project panning, partly because I had so much stuff, I was trying to use up the older things first. Now, none of my makeup is really even that old. Most of my makeup is really between new to probably a max of 2.5 years old. That was another thing too. When I started project panning, I actually had not bought much makeup in the about year prior to that. I kind of had amassed my makeup collection in the years prior. So I had a lot of very old products. I'm talking like 12-year-old eyeshadows from when I had like first started college. Really crazy. Really didn't need to have that. That was part of it too, that I had been holding on to things that were very old. And that is not a problem anymore, but what I'm trying to do is use things when I get them, and I want to use things at peak freshness when I get it. I don't want to wait 1 year to use an eyeshadow palette because I did do that in the past and then I regretted it because then formulas would change and things like that. So I am at the point where I want to use things at their peak freshness. Even if I bought something last week, I'll still put it in a project pan because I want to make sure I use that up and get my money's worth out of the product. Also, I will mention that part of the reason I am not doing a no-buy and I don't have a plan to do one is because I don't really think that I have that excessive of amount of makeup, but I probably do have too much in some categories, obviously, like eyeshadow. But I've realized that I would rather have that variety and enjoy what I have, knowing that at some point those things will expire. But I don't think, obviously, powder products go bad as quickly as cream products. So those cream and liquid ones are the ones that I really care about having smaller numbers in, such as foundation, concealer, primers, lip products. So I have gotten those numbers down and I am happy with where they are. I don't want those to increase too much. So hopefully that makes sense. I feel like I'm kind of all over the place, but I'm just kind of telling you my thoughts of what I do in my project pans and why I do it the way I do. And that I'm not doing it to get my numbers down like I was doing in the past. And as far as if I'll continue to project pan, I definitely want to, because I think if I'm not knowing that I have a product in a project, I really should be using it, I'm afraid I'll go back to my old ways of letting things lie around, forgetting about them, just kind of alternating through thing by thing and then never finishing up a foundation. And also maybe even amassing even more than I have now. So it's really kept me in check and I really enjoy that. So I definitely want to continue doing it. And I do really enjoy doing it. I will say it is very satisfying to hit pan or completely use up an item. It just makes me feel happy that I have gotten all of the money out of it that I spent and used it up. So I feel like that feels really good. And it makes me feel like I'm not really wasting as much money, I guess, on makeup too. So that is it for this video. I just kind of wanted to tell you, what my journey has been and why I project pan now versus 4 years ago, because obviously the motivation is definitely somewhat different. So let me know what you think. I know some of you guys have been project panning even longer than I have. Tell me, has your motivation changed, or is it the same as before? Or if you're just getting into project panning, let us know. Feel free to check out those other videos that I mentioned and my project pan playlists, and thank you for watching.